Hello, Bears fans, and welcome to another season of Roaring on the Road. I'm Scott Stuccio, the voice of your Hershey Bears. Cannot wait to get this season going. It is just about upon us. Roaring on the Road on HersheyBears.com this season is proudly presented by Travel Champs. World-class tournaments with participant-friendly hotel rates. Travel Champs provides personal service to all of your teams and families 24 hours a day. They provide the best hotels in proximity to your venue at the best rates. Let Travel Champs save you time, make you money, and add value to your tournament or event. And coaches and directors, are your hands full with other duties? Let Travel Champs help you with the task of locating and negotiating the best hotels for your road trips. The offseason was way too long for our beloved fans, as we all know. It was just under 6 months ago that our fans would realize there would be no hockey from the chocolate and white played into mid or even late spring, as the Bears lost a crucial pair of games in Hampton Roads against the Norfolk Admirals. How fitting then that a new-look team with a new-look system and a new-look coaching staff, but with the same old desire to win that 12th Calder Cup, begins that quest right back in Hampton Roads and Norfolk Scope on Saturday. That's right, the Hershey Bears are set to embark on its 77th season in the American Hockey League, and the new coach is thrilled with what he saw transpire in training camp. Troy, training camp complete, the roster is set, the captains are named, the team photos taken. All that's left is to apply what's been done and what you've led these guys doing over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we worked on some more things today just because, you know, there's so many areas of the game that you want to touch on, especially with a bunch of new guys, new coaching staff. We want to work on, you know, the special teams and 4-on-4 and 6-on-5. There's just so many components that we're trying to cover here in a short period of time. But, you know, in saying that, we don't play a lot of games in October, so we'll continue to build on that. But I wanted to make sure here, especially this week when we got, you know, the majority of our roster in town, that we're on the same page here going into Saturday.
Can you talk a little bit about the leadership in the room and the mix of that plus the youth? I mean, since you were here as assistant, I mean, go back to the 09 and 10 championship season, I think we're seeing a blend of what is out there now. And obviously it's only training camp 2 weeks, but I think we got a good blend going into this weekend.
No, absolutely. We talked to, we had, you know, a team leadership meeting there earlier in the week, and we kind of identified a leadership group, you know, because we wanted to make sure there were some guys involved with that maybe not wear a letter. I thought that was important. I thought that was huge in our championship year. As good a captain as Brian Helmer was, we had some good support staff behind him, and I think we have that in place. And the younger guys, you know, there is a little bit more youth. The one thing I've noticed from my time away last year was we do have some better team speed. You know, we were getting a little bit on that slow side, so I think that should be an asset for us this year, which will be fantastic. And we just got to make sure the younger guys are coming along here on a game-to-game basis, and we know that come January they'll be better.
Yeah, I think that's music to our fans' ears, what you said about team speed. I saw the special teams work you guys were doing. 2 really good goaltenders, one of which we didn't expect to be here at this time in Phoenix Copley. But last but not least, you talk about your time away. The Bears missed the playoffs because of the 2 games in Norfolk, and what better place to get started this regular season than on Saturday and Monday?
No, it should be a lot of fun. You know, we talked yesterday. We had you know, our team meeting in terms of goal setting and what we're looking to accomplish. And you know, there always has to be urgency. 76 games is tough, but at the same time, it took 90 points to get in the playoffs last year. And we're not going to look too far ahead. It's the job of the coaching staff to worry about December and January. It's the players' job to worry about what's coming up in a week-to-week basis. And that's how we're going to break it down. We know we got a game Saturday and Monday. Let's go down there and we set the goal. And let's make sure we come away with the goal, because at the end of the day, after 28 weeks, if you keep winning your weeks, you should be in good shape for playoffs.
Welcome back, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thanks very much.
Fans will be treated to new veteran talent injected into the lineup with star forwards such as Tim Kennedy, who spent his entire first year of pros in the NHL with the Buffalo Sabres, to speedy, shifty winger Chris Connor, who, at the age of 30, is still a dynamic playmaker that can win the Bears numerous games. Defenseman Mike Moore brings 3.5 years worth of captaincy to Hershey and 3 seasons of winning his team's community service honors. It doesn't require any effort at all to take a liking to Moore's leadership, play style, and personality. Toward the lower end of the age spectrum is Australian-raised Nathan Walker, who became a worldwide star when selected by the Washington Capitals in the 3rd round of this past summer's entry draft. Walker will provide a youthful speed and tenacity that will be welcomed on the roster. Russian draft selection Stan Galiev will get a chance to prove himself this season, the last of his entry-level deal. Coach Mann has been using Galiev on the top line and top power play units, and it has paid off. Galiev's confidence is at an all-time high, reflected by 3 preseason goals and 2 game winners in his 4 contests played. I don't think anyone will argue the selections made by the coaches and players for team captains this season either. Along with Moore, Garrett Mitchell will serve as the other alternate captain, a repeat position for the Regina, Saskatchewan native, but one that is expected to last a lot longer than his injury-shortened tenure in 2013-14. All right, Garrett, well, early last season injury, we had surgery, you had rehab, you had a summer of workouts, you had a Washington training camp, our training camp. Welcome back. Let's get the October 9th. How is Garrett Mitchell update for our fans?
Yeah, no, you know what, I'm doing really well. I think, for me right now, it's feels great. And, I'm just excited to be back here, not only on the ice, but around the guys and around, it wasn't that I wasn't around the dressing room. I was around as much as I could be, but, it's not the same when you're not part of it. So, I feel great. My shoulder feels awesome on the ice, and, I'm just excited to get this year going.
Second year in a row, you're named as alternate captain. That speaks of your work ethic and your leadership, and just 23. I mean, that's just phenomenal to have guys rally around you as a leader. Talk about what kind of a variety of character you have in this locker room. I mean, I talked to Byzie about it. You've got veterans, you've got a good mix of youth. Talk about what you're noticing here about this club early on.
You know what? I think I think you hit it right on the head. I think we got a great group of guys, and I think that's what I'm most excited for. I think if you look at this week of practices and everything else, it's been a high tempo, but at the same time there's been lots of energy. Guys are having fun with it, and I think that's, for me right now, that's the biggest thing that I see is we got a great group of guys in that locker room, and a great mix of hard work, speed, and I think it's going to be an exciting year for us.
Norfolk Admirals, tough team. They have a lot of toughness. I see guys like McIntyre, names like McKeever on their roster. I mean, what a better place to test a return here and 2 division teams battling it out on the opening night.
No, for sure. I'm excited. I think for us as a whole, and as a group, we're excited for it. I think it's going to be a good task for us. Obviously, we know that's a tough building to go into, and then with the lineup that they have, it's a tough building to go into. So we're excited for that. We've obviously prepared for it. Have systems in place for that, and we're excited just to get this whole season going.
It's good to have you back, buddy. Good luck Saturday and this rest of the season.
For sure. Thank you very much.
Finally, we welcome back the 41st captain in team history, Dane Byers. If you have not seen Byers play, you are missing a treat. Check the statistics from late last regular season. When the Bears needed wins, Byers was on the ice and probably the score sheet. April 13th brings back fond memories as he scored the only goal to pick up a vital 2 points that put the Bears in that position to control their own destiny as last season wound down. The dictionary definition of team captain, Byers said that he has never felt so comfortable around a group of players such as the upcoming roster of our Hershey Bears, nor has he had this much fun prepping for a season. All right, Dane, well, let's first talk about the offseason. I know it was a longer one than a lot of Bears fans would have liked. Let's talk about how you used that time to prepare to lead this team into our 77th regular season.
Yeah, obviously we missed the playoffs by 2 points last year, so it was a disappointing long summer. But lots of guys use it as motivation to get ready for this year, and I think it's been three and a half weeks since camp started, so boys are itching to get back at it.
Our fans got a chance to see the first round of training camp practices, but this week with the Antique Auto Show in town, they have not seen how well this team looks like they're gelling already, and just the work ethic, it looks like everybody came together collectively right off the bat.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement throughout the room, and I think we finally got all the pieces down from Washington, so it's been great getting guys acquainted with the system and everything like that. So and the coaching staff has been great preparing us for this upcoming weekend, so we're really excited to get it going.
As our captain, is this locker room and the number of teammates that you have in here, the number of leaders in this room, about as high as you've ever seen in your time in the league?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's one thing Hershey always does every year is bring in a lot of older guys, a lot of leaders that have led throughout their careers, and this is a perfect example of it. I played with many of the guys, new guys that have come in here, so it's great to see their faces again and be a part of this team.
And lastly, our opening of the 77th regular season takes us back to the place where the Bears needed just 1 point in the last week of last regular season to play beyond that middle part of April. Talk about that. I know they still have a lot of talent that they had on that last week roster as well.
Yeah, obviously there's still a little sick feeling in a lot of guys' stomachs, playing in, well, basically missing the playoffs there last year. So guys are itching to get back to that place and, get off to the right foot this season. So.
Congrats on being named the captain again, Dane. Good luck this weekend and all season.
Thanks a lot, Stoosh.
The 77th regular season of Hershey Bears hockey gets underway from Norfolk Scope in Hampton Roads, Virginia on Saturday night, October the 11th. Face-off is 7:15 from Scope, although we can pretty much expect a little bit of a delay with it being Norfolk's opening night. Airtime on the Hershey Bears radio network is at 6:35 all season long, except for our home opener 40 minutes before puck drop. Bears and Admirals, it's almost time. I'm Scott Stuccio. Thanks for watching Roaring on the Road, presented by Travel Champs.